Behind the wires and behind the walls of Maryland prisons, the families of those inside speak of a growing fear.
Everybody in there is scared. They're all scared. They feel like they're sitting ducks.
That fear is COVID. Martina Hazelton says her husband's pre-existing medical conditions make him a target for COVID.
My husband just called me this morning and said, I don't have my medication. So COVID has taken a front seat to everything, and he suffers from hypertension. So he's a vulnerable part of this population.
Some families with people inside Maryland prisons teamed up with the ACLU and a coalition of several nonprofit groups to file a court petition. They hope to compel Governor Hogan to begin releasing some nonviolent inmates and ensure more cleaning supplies get into inmates' hands. Unlike D.C. and Virginia, Maryland does not publicly post the numbers of COVID infections and quarantines at its correctional facilities. Tyrone Walker says his experience with past outbreaks in prison shows the system is unprepared.
Well, I can tell you, I spent 24 years, 8 months, and 15 days inside of a cell. There is no social distancing. I was fearful living through Mercer. I was fearful living through situations such as a shingle outbreak, because you don't know who is infected.
Prisons or any sort of custodial situation is like a petri dish.
Pat Moran leads the union representing Maryland's prison employees.
But the number one thing we need to see right now is testing. We need to see testing across the agency in every single prison, every single employee, every single inmate.
People were not sentenced to death. They were not sentenced to pain and suffering, but that's exactly what's happening here. So on behalf of our incarcerated population, our families, we are expecting the governor and state to take serious, immediate action.
We checked, and the last public post on the Department of Public Safety's website or official Twitter account addressing COVID was March 12th, the day it closed the prisons to visitors. Nathan Baca, WUSA 9. So we have some late-breaking details to talk to you about. I just got word from the governor's office about some changes that are being implemented within the Maryland Department of Corrections. Now, I'm just reading a direct here. They are enhancing hygiene and sanitation practices. They're modifying inmate movement and meal service. Basically, they're also saying that they're going to do grab-and-go meals instead of gathering everybody together for a meal. They're also implementing video visitation so inmates can better connect with loved ones, providing 5 free 15-minute phone calls a week, establishing a 24-hour family hotline, extending recreation periods for inmates while suspending contact sports, and requiring correctional staff to wear protective gear to include face masks and gloves, and finally rolling out face masks for the inmate population. That information just coming in the past few minutes from the governor's office. So reporting live, Nathan Baca, WUSA 9.
Let's hope it helps.